Morning, Mark here. Lately I've been doing a lot of brake work. I've replaced all the brake lines on this 168 that I've been working on here. So I've been doing a lot of double flaring of the 3/16 brake line. And I'd like to show you my technique and a couple of different ways to do it. So let's get going. So this is the standard type of tool that does double flares. And you can pick this up at most tool stores and even garage sales or flea markets, Craigslist, stuff like that. But you got to make sure that you have all of these different sizes, because this is the pieces that you need to make that double flaring. The rest of the stuff that you need is right here. This holds the brake lines, and this actually does the flaring. Another thing that you'll need, which usually does not come in the kit, is some kind of cutting tool for those brake lines. This one has a handy little piece on there to chamfer the brake line. So we have a piece of scrap here, and it's not really very difficult at all, but might as well start from the beginning. I'm just going to cut the end of this off. So you get that just a little bit snug, and every time you turn it around, you give it a little bit of a turn to tighten that up. And it doesn't take too long. Good thing about these small ones is that you can put this into tight spots. So if you're trying to make a brake line and it's in place, or there's something in the way, you need to shorten it or put a union in there, something like that, then these small ones come in real handy. So also, a lot of these will have a replaceable cutting wheel on here. And another thing I like about this one in particular is that it's got this extra little groove in here, right in there. And if I make a mistake on the end of a tube, then I can put this in there and cut it real close. I can put the flare right in that groove, then tighten it down, and I don't lose very much of the end of that tube. So I can redo it if I screwed up. So now that you've got that cut, it kind of smashes in the end, and that's what this tool is for. So give it some of that, and that puts it back down to the regular size. You can see the other side, we didn't do that, and that's a little bit smaller. So another tool that is real handy is this tool. I got it from Inline Tube, and I don't get any endorsement for these people, but they got some nice stuff. You can see the part number there, and this has got a really nice edge to it. After I bought that, I found an even better one on Amazon. This one does both ends. So clean up the inside and the outside. Makes it real nice. So then you grab your tube ends, and these are 3/8 by 24 on the head, National Fine, and then 3/16 on the tube size. The part number is a BQ 5555, also known as an S141. They're about $2 a piece, give or take. And if you're doing a whole lot, then you can get this handy pack, also from Inline Tube, which is, let's see here, about $10. And it's got 16 pieces, various sizes. So there's part number. So after you've measured the length of line you need, make sure you put these on there. And what I like to do is get a little tape, keep them securely in place so they don't go sliding around. And then this is got its own little size on there, 3/16. That's the bit we're going to use. I like to take this end, lock it in the vise. And then, that's the right one. Put that in there. Now, since the hole is all the way over on this end, I like to tighten this end first. Just a tiny little snug. Put the bit on there. And we want this tube to stick out just about so. And that is going to be right about to this second land. There's one step and then this step. That's where we want that to level. That's how far we want it to stick out. Tighten that in first. And a lot of times I'll grab a pair of pliers and squeeze this while I'm tightening that end. Put the bit on there. And cinch it down. Now this will make it kind of like a bubble, boink. Right about there. Back that off. Take your bit off. And I'm going to show you how this looks right now. Kind of smashed it into a bubble shape. And you take this without the bit in there and run it down there again. There we go. And that is a double flare. Now with this type of tool, you can see where it makes some marks on this, grabs it, and sometimes this is not even all the way. So another thing I like to do as a final step, take this tape off so we can move this nut. Push that all the way up, and you can see that there's a little bit of space right in this area here. Right in there. So we want this to be flat on there. And the way we do that is we put this back in there, but with the nut sticking out. And cinch it down again. that's it. You can see it sits down there flat. So that's the way I like to do it. Of course, you got to do the other end too. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.